Yeah, let me record this this training. Okay, so now I'm in the mobile section. So what I want to do now is to discover that the first thing in the landing page is a text. So I want to add this text to the landing page. There are two ways to do this. Okay, there are two ways to do this. I can either add everything together as a whole text and use, custom CSS to I'll show you guys how to do both. Okay, I use custom CSS to change the design of some specific parts, or I can use individual blocks of text to do them. You understand what I mean right now? So let me use the first method, which is simpler, which is using individual blocks. So I'll copy this, Control C, copy the other one, Control C, copy the other one, Control C. Okay, great. Now there's an extension I have in my Chrome called What Font. Okay, What Font. Do you guys know how to put an extension in your Chrome browser or your PC?
Yes.
Okay, you know how to put an extension. Great, great, great. So I don't need to explain that. So this extension is called What Font. What I do is that whenever I have a landing page I want to, replicate, I will just click on this this thing. You can see any font I click on it, it will tell me the name of the font, the weight, the size, everything. Just tell me everything about that font, the color, and this is very, very nice. One thing you should know as a marketer is that not everything you have to create from scratch, or not everything you have to think from scratch. There are several things that you can just find those that are successful at it and replicate it. Okay, so I click on this other one. This font is Montserrat, and it's 800 weight. Everything is here. This one is Hint. Okay, so we know that the basic font that was used here is Hint and Montserrat. Okay, Hint and Montserrat. So let's kick off right now. So click on this stuff here. Click on basic, put in a text. Yeah, put in a text. In fact, let me do this again. Montserrat, Hint, and this. Okay, great. So the first text is Montserrat 400. Montserrat 400 with 440 pixels. Okay, great. So let's if you press Windows, the Windows button in your PC, and V, it will bring out your clipboard. Okay, that's if you copy more than one things at a time. You can copy up to even 10 or 15 things at the same time, and you'll be able to bring out any of them. So I don't know if you guys knew of this before.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, so one thing with all my trainings is that there's always something new to learn. Understand? There's always something new to learn. So even if maybe what I'll be teaching is something that you have probably done before, but there's always something new to learn. So firstly, the weight of this, let's edit this stuff. The weight is 400. Okay. Okay, there's a bit of a problem here. There's a bit of a problem here. When we copied it from the website, it copied some formatting that we don't want. Let me see if I can change that here. 400. Okay, it copied some formatting that we don't want. So sometimes what I like doing is I'll go to my Microsoft Word. Okay, let me go to my Microsoft Word. Okay, so I'll paste in everything that I copied here. This is the first thing I copied. Oh, let me delete this. This is the first thing I copied. Okay, this is the second thing I copied. And this is the third thing I copy. The reason why I'm pasting it in my Microsoft Word is to remove every format that be done to that text, because there was some formats that was done to the text that, if we just paste it directly on our our WordPress, it will just apply that format too. So we want it to be fresh. So let's go to, so we'll go back and copy everything again, paste it in your WordPress and then copy it again. Okay, so your Microsoft Word and then copy it again. Okay, so let me go back to my WordPress now. Okay, great. So let me change that here. Okay, you can see that the format was removed here. Okay, so firstly, let's go to our style. Let's edit this style. Okay, used with 400, you know, the size of the pixel size was 40 pixels, you know, 40 pixels with 400, and this color. Let me copy this color. Copy. Okay, so let's go. Typography pixel, number of pixel is 40, you know, 40 pixels. Or I noticed something too is that, you know, the size of a text can be different on mobile and on PC. Okay, so the fact that it's showing 40 pixels here does not actually mean that it's 40 pixels. So I think I'll have to change that. Let me just use my own intuition to, you know, create do the text size. Let me reduce it. Let's try 20. Let's try to, okay, 20 looks a bit too small. Increase it to 25. Okay, great. Then the color, let's put in the color here. Okay, great. Then line height. Line height. Let me change the line height to, I don't know why it's not changing now. Line height, more change now. Sometimes Elementor has this issue, so let's leave it this way. I think it's quite okay this like this. Next thing I want to do is to, I like saving myself stress. I'll duplicate it. Okay, I'll duplicate it, come here, paste this other text. Okay, paste this other text, go to our typography, you know, what is the color you used here? The color is, use this color, come over here, go to our typography, increase, okay, I think it's the same font size, then weight of 800, then color, change the color to this color here. Okay, great. Okay, yes, Notepad can also work to Microsoft Word, Notepad, whichever. So now that you have done this, I want to show you guys one thing. And it took me some time using Elementor to like learn this. Okay, it took me some time to actually learn this. So I've done this thing now. But if you look at the landing page on your mobile phone, you discover that these two texts, they are closed. Okay, so to make it close, I can just click on this, and I'll reduce the margin, the top margin. You can see that the margin is already 0. So when I was new to designing on WordPress, I would not really know what to do. I'll just manage it like this, okay? Because the margin is already 0. Can I possibly reduce it below 0? But yes, you actually can. So I'll just reduce it and it take it closer to the top, okay? This is the first way you can do something like this. And then the second way, carry this, duplicate it, then click on this. There's what we call a navigator. Click on the navigator, take this one to the bottom, and there you have it. I don't know if you guys know all these things before, but these are things that I basically use sometimes. Click on this, click on style, click on typography, change it to Hind. I notice you use Hind. I've never used this typography before. Okay, change it to Hind. Font weight. The weight is using for his Hind is using weight 300. So let me go and change this weight to 300. Nice. Then take the margin to, you know, the top, and then you'll underline it too. Okay, he underlined it too. So let's underline it, and there we have it. So click on update, and there we have it. Then also the color too, the color, use totally black color, totally black color. So let's change this to completely black, and there we have it. Okay, you can see how I replicated this. And it's very good that you know how to design landing pages that you see, you know, elsewhere. It's not that maybe when you need a landing page, you go and copy the person's exact landing page. What it means is that maybe when you need something similar, you can, you know, get some ideas from what he's doing and learn from, you know, use it to also create your own. So this text here is actually something else. Okay, great. So let me underline this. Underline it, style, typography. Okay, so underline it, and we have this there. Then they also said that the distance, the line height is 38 pixel. Line height, change it to pixel 38. I don't know why this is not working. Okay, line height. So once we've done all that, click on update, and then we have that first part of the landing page. Okay, but there's another way to design this, and this way is the advanced way. This way is the easy way. Okay, and there's another way called the advanced way. So let's say we have lazy internet marketer Joseph Don reviews. Let's say we want to make lazy red color, internet blue color, marketer green color. There's literally no way we can use this way we use normally. There's literally no way we can use that to, you know, do something like that. Because what we just did, we just added 3 different blocks of text, you know, and merge them together to make it look as if it's one block of text. But then there's another way that we can use one block of text and then create separate formatting inside one block of text. And this is quite, you know, a bit more complicated. And one of the reasons why it's very easy for me to do is because I actually learned programming before I started designing using WordPress. Okay, so it involves you just using some programming, some what do they call this thing, tags, some HTML tags to do this. Okay, and WordPress actually make this very easy for us. So even if you have not done programming before, you have not done this thing before, even if you have not done even if you have not done programming before, you can also use this feature. And I just decided that I should teach you guys. So I just said I should teach you guys so that you guys will understand how it like works. So in case you are designing landing pages. Okay, so let's go back to, you know, work. Okay, so basically let's do something like this. I don't know now. Okay, let's design this stuff. But then this time around we're going to be using the coding part, the coding aspect. Okay, so let's firstly, you want to add a block of text. This time around we'll just be adding just one block of text, and we'll paste everything inside, and then we'll edit everything separately. So this is your text, your block of text. Okay, great. So let's add this everything, you know, lazy internet marketer Joseph Don, you know, the easy step, add everything together. There are some times where you need this. The first way we design it will not really work. It's only the second way that will actually work out. Okay, so that's why I want to teach you guys the other way. Like I said, one of the examples is maybe you have text now, because there are sometimes I use something like this where you have and how you can replicate word, only that replicate word. I want to make it red. You need that HTML tag to be able to do that. Okay, so one thing you should notice that in this your left hand section, you see visual here. You can see where my mouse is pointing, visual. When you click on text, you will see that this actually deals with the coding aspects. Okay, if you want to add HTML tags, this is where you can actually add them in. Okay, so let's go back to visual. So firstly, lazy internet marketer, Joseph Dunn. So let's make everything centered. Let's center everything. Then this Joseph Dunn, I want to take it to the next line. So let's click on shift and enter. Okay, now in HTML, there's a difference between you just clicking enter button and you clicking shift and enter. Okay, in HTML tag, I don't know if you guys have done programming before, but in HTML tag, enter, once you press enter, it's basically a P tag. A P tag means a paragraph tag. So it's going to leave a lot of space between the top text and the bottom text. Okay, but then once you press shift tag, you are just doing what we call a break. You are using a break tag. You're trying to tell them that I don't want a paragraph. I just want to continue the text in the next line. And that's what we just did by using shift and enter. So let me do the same thing here again, shift, enter. Okay, so I'll do this on every day. Okay, and how you can replicate the same thing. Great. So the first thing we want to do is we want to change the font size of everything to what font size do we use? Let me just increase it. This one is how many again? This one at the top is 25. Okay, let's increase this one to 25 too. 25. Great. We're right on point. Now, so let me do something very special. Okay, now let me do something very, very special. I like doing a complicated example so that once you now start designing yourself and you see simpler examples, they'll be very easy for you to do. Okay, so you see lazy internet marketer Joseph Dunn reviews. Okay, so let me update this. Okay, so let's change the text to black first. I beg, let's change it to black. Okay, so then now we discovered that in this our top section, the format that was used for lazy internet marketer is different from the format that was used for the easy step-by-step framework, and it's also different from the format that was used for and how you can replicate it, right? So we want to basically use HTML tags to create separate formats right here. Okay, so let's do that right now. So the thing is the font weight. Let me check this. Okay, I think that lazy internet marketer, we can leave it the way it is. Okay, let's just edit the easy step-by-step framework. Okay, let's edit that. So let's go to our content here. Okay, go to text, then under here put an HTML tag, call it span class equal to just give it any name. You can give the class any name, just give it something you can remember. First, I like using first, second, third, fourth, fifth. I just like using it because it's easy to remember. Okay, so this is the HTML tag that you want to put in right here. Span class equals to first. You can use anything. You can use span class equals to Michael. Just make sure you remember it, right? Now, so once you've done that, you want to, this is the beginning of, we want to format this stuff from this place to this place, right? So we'll go to day here. This is the ending. Go to day, put this stuff, span, right? So once you put that, we are basically put an HTML tag at the beginning and the end of what we want to, a span HTML tag at the beginning and end of what we want to like edit to be different, right? I don't know if you guys know I've done this thing before. I'm doing. If you have done it before, just let me know. But I'm doing something that a lot of people who design landing page don't know about. So once you've done this, click on advanced, go scroll down, click on custom CSS dot first. I'm recording this video so that you can come back to it and really understand it. Dot first space, then type in the change you want to make. Okay, so the first change you want to make is the font weight. Click on font weight. Okay, change it to 800, right? 800. put your semicolon. Okay, the next thing we want to do, font color. We want to change the font color. Okay, or let's just call this color. I want to change the color to what? Red. Or if we want to be very exact, let's find the color code that was used here. This is the color code that was used here, F41616. So let's go here, change this thing to F41616. Oh, sorry, let me put this hash symbol. Okay, you see that? I know you guys are learning something new. Okay, you can see what I just did right now.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay, you can see what I just did now. And the next thing I want to do is to underline this, how you can replicate it for your success. So we'll go back to our content here. Go back to content. The next thing I want to edit now is and how you can replicate it for success. So we'll go back here, go to text, put an HTML tag, span, the same span we used before, span class equal to second. Please always note this stuff I'm doing right here. Span class equal to what they call this quotation. Is it quotation now? Is it quotation? Yes, quotation symbol, Abi. I don't remember what the symbol means. It's quotation, Abi. Second, and close the quotation, then close the tag. Just understand it. Go back to this video in case you forgot what I'm talking about, right? So I don't know if you guys are learning something new. If you are learning something new, just let me know. Are you learning something new? Put it in the chat section so I'll know that you guys are learning something new. Okay, great. So, Michael, are you still here? Michael, okay, great. Voila for not come this class. So, okay, so now we have added this span. We have added this span tag. Then we'll close the span tag at the bottom. Let's close the span tag at the bottom. Okay, it seems it has already been closed. Okay, that's already been closed. We have closed it. Then go to advanced, go to custom this thing. This dot first that we did before, close it. Then go to dot second, right? Open it again. Type font family. Okay, change it to this font was Hind, right? So we have changed it to Hind. Then the next thing I want to do is the font weight. Let's change it to 300. 300. Okay. Put your semicolon. Always be using semicolon to separate all these things. All these things is very easy for me to do because I kind of like learned it in HTML. But if you don't understand, you can watch this video again and then practice, just practice and you get it, right? So put font weight 300, then underline font style, underline, right? It didn't work. Wait, let me do something. Now, if you're asking yourself, how do I know the effects to do? How do I know that if I want to change font, I will use font family? How do I know that if I want to change the weight or how bold the text is, I'll use font weight? Basically, what you just want to do is go to your content, go to your style, go to typography. You can see all these things here. This is typography, font family. So you know that anytime you're using custom CSS, if you want to change the font, you use what? Font family. If you want to change the size, you use what? Font size. If you want to change the weight, you use font weight. So let's go here. You see that okay, underline is under decoration. So if I want to underline this stuff, I'll actually use the font decoration effect, right? So let's go back to our custom CSS and then click on font decoration. Okay, I don't think font decoration is here.
Text decoration, I think.
Oh, let me try decoration itself. Text decoration. Okay, text decoration. Okay, underline. Okay, see, it worked, right? Okay, so that's it. We are basically, why did this thing change now? Oh, sorry, I made a mistake. One thing with programming that made me actually stop programming that time is that when you have a bug, you will not get the right result. And sometimes finding out where the bug is coming out from is quite difficult. So currently here we have a bug, which is we use the column, we use the column instead of semicolon, right? So go back here and change this to semicolon, right? So you see that it underlines back. So let's go back to this thing. Let me change this. Okay, great. So what I want to do now. So you can see that we have designed basically the same thing using two different methods. Okay, so I just decided I should teach you guys, although this method is longer. Okay, I said I should teach you guys because there are some situations where you cannot use the first method. Okay, so that's it for the first design. So let me just delete this. We don't actually need it. Okay, go with the simplest method given the current situation. Only use that extra method if you cannot use the first method, right? So we have already done this. The next thing I want to do is to put in all this text here. Okay, put in all this text here. So basically, since we are not going to be using this landing page, I don't want to put in every single text that I use, right? I just want to, the basic idea of this video is to show you, the basic idea of this video is to show you how to design a landing page like this. It does not mean that we have to add each and every text that he added, right? So let's go here. Let's go to this place. This is what I want to add now. I want to add, dear friend. I'll keep it short, sweet. I'll keep this short. I'll stop here. I don't want to copy everything, right? So let's go to this place, add a text block, text editor to the bottom. Okay, like I said, put it in your, anything you copy from the website, put it in your Microsoft this thing first, right? Then you now from here copy it to, from here you now copy it to your Elementor, right? So let's paste this, control paste. Okay, so if you look at our phone, let me go back to the website and click on this stuff. We see that I use Hint 300, okay, and the font was quite big. So let's edit this, change this, the color. What color did you use? You used totally black color, right? So let's change this to black. Let's change the typography to Hint, right? So let's change typography to Hint, weight to 300. Okay, so once we've done this, then change the size to 25, change it to 25, right? Then, God. So another thing you can also do is whenever you are designing a landing page, always be checking it on your phone, because sometimes this display that shows on the mobile display that shows on Elementor, it might not be exactly what we show on your phone. So it's always good to kind of like go to your phone and then always be checking it on your phone, right? So let's do that right now. Now, if you check your phone, you will discover that I don't know, the text is black. Okay, we're doing every other thing correctly. You discover that the text is kind of like shifted from the right hand section. Okay, how do you shift this text? We can use either margin or we can use padding. We can use either margin or padding. And I'm really happy I kind of like learned HTML, CSS before I started using Elementor to design landing pages, because it basically make my work very, very easier. Because all these things that they are talking about here, all these things, they are HTML tags. The goal of WordPress is to make you design landing pages or design websites without actually coding. But then if you have the understanding of coding and then you come to use WordPress, it will be very, very easy for you because you already understand each and every tag that they are using here. There is nothing you can do in WordPress that you can't really do with programming. Okay. So now if you click on this stuff here, we can basically shift this text from clinging to the left-hand section, right? So how we can do that? We can this stuff here is called link values together. Now there's the top padding. Top padding basically controls, distance between this text and the top. The right padding controls distance between text and right, left text and left. That's basically it. And so in case you don't know, I don't know, do you guys know the difference between margin and padding? Do you know the difference between margin and padding? Yeah, I'm waiting for your response. Okay. So let me explain that. All these things I actually learned them, even when I was also doing learning WordPress, so I also learned them again. So you can see this blue line, this light blue line. This is your text bus for this particular element. This dear friend element, this is your text bus. Okay. Now the padding controls the distance between the text inside and this blue line that you're seeing, which is the text bus, right? While the margin controls the distance between this blue line and its outer surroundings. Okay, so if you want to create a distance between this dear friend and this other element at the top, and how you can replicate it for your success and all, you can use margin to do that, because the function of margin is to create distance, to either increase or decrease distance between a text box and its external environment or the external surroundings, while the function of padding is to reduce or increase distance between a text box and the internal surroundings, right? So let's do that right now. So we want to increase the space between this text and the left-hand section, right? So you can just click on this, and then the padding increase. Now switch this stuff off. This stuff was on before, switch it off. Okay, why you should switch it off is because if you leave it on, anything you apply will apply to all of them, right? But it will apply to both the top, right, bottom, left. We just want to apply it to just the left-hand section for now. So we want to switch this off, right? Switch this off so that it won't link it together, and then go to the left-hand section and put this there. You can see that it creates a kind of margin, right? It creates a margin. Let's also put some margin between the text and the right. Let's put margin of 10. Now all this stuff, the default this thing is recorded in pixels. Understanding HTML and CSS is very, very, very vital to becoming a very good WordPress designer. It's very, very good, because all these things, pixels, points, all these things, percentage, we really, really learned this stuff. Then I did programming. Was it 2019? I think. Yeah, that's when was it 2019 or 2018? We learned this stuff in depth. To be good in programming, you have to watch lots of YouTube videos, go to online platforms, learn from online platforms, register for online courses. That was how we were learning. That's why, to some extent, I know when I'm good at something, I'm quite good at it, because we really, really learn to it. Not all this one that they'll just show you, how to, you just see one course online, one Nigerian person creating a course, how to make 1 million in 7 days, designing landing pages. So in just 7 days, you already start making 1 million. They'll just, just amplify everything to make everything look so simple, like as if there's no work in it. Like you don't need to learn too much, you just know 1 or 2 things and you are good to go. That is not actually the way of experts that really, really know what they're doing. If you want to be good at anything, you need to spend a lot of time. So if somebody is telling you how to become a Facebook ad expert in 7 days, that person is lying to you. That's why when I was doing my boot camp, I said 21 days. And that 21 days doesn't mean that by the end of the 21 days, they'll automatically become experts. They will become expert when they start implementing what they learned in the 21 days over time. I don't know if you get. So learning is a continuous process. It's a long process that you have to constantly be doing. You have to constantly be putting in huge hours daily, learning and improving, yourself, right? So once we've done this, the next thing we want to do is we have added this thing. Okay, so that's for the text, right? We have added the text and all that. That's for the text. So the next thing I want to do now, I want to go to this website. I want to copy this, right? Let me copy this, go to my, and paste it. Now, right? So let's okay, so let's add another text block and or basically we can duplicate this. I like saving myself stress. Duplicate it, just come here and paste what we copied, right? Paste what you copied. Now, the reason why I removed that 1 and 2 is because I want to show you how to add 1 and 2, all those 1 and 2, in case you need it. In case, because this one we're copying a website. I'm just assuming a situation where you don't have a website to copy and you want to do it yourself, right? So you just start here. You can just maybe highlight this, put this number. Oh, sorry, change it to this. Okay, this is the 1 and 2 stuff that you added, and basically it made everything bold here. It made everything bold. It made everything bold. How do we make something bold again? Increase this thing. You can either just click on this bold to make it bold, or then you can select the weight. You can say the weight. You want the weight to be a particular amount of weight. So guys, give me 5 minutes. I want to check on some ads I'm running to ensure that I don't spend too much money on my ads and switch off the ads I need to switch off. So just give me 5 minutes. Let's take a 5 minutes break. By 7:54 we will be right back here. So don't leave this video. There's still some other things that we want to do. So by 7:54 we'll be back here. Let me check on my ads and then I'll come back here. here with me. Michael and Adesua, are you guys still here?
Sorry, and someone called me just now, so the network went off. I'm back.
Okay, Adesua, are you still here? Oh, you have slept. Adesua, oh, hey. Are you? Oh, I don't know where she's in this call. Let me try and message her. Okay, let's continue from where I stopped. Let's continue from where I stopped. Maybe she'll join us later in the stuff. Okay, let's continue, Michael. So we actually stopped here. We actually stopped here, you know. Right. So the next thing we want to do now is let's do this topic. We can see the font here, Montserrat 737 pixels, right? So what I want to do now, I don't want to stress myself so much. I can just basically come here, copy it, copy this, right? Come here, take this. So this one looks like it too. So I can just copy this stuff here, come down here and then duplicate. Sorry. Let me delete this. Let me delete this. So you can come down here and then paste. Okay, this is what we copied. So we want to put this heading here, right? So this is the heading that we copied. Secret of top business owners in the secret of top business owners copy. So let's come back here, right? And then paste, right? They just change the text to black. Then increase the margin. Like I said before, Michael, I said something before. I said I made a mention between the difference between margin and padding. So now, Michael, I want to increase the space between this topic, the secrets, and this other stuff at the top if people forget about you. So which am I going to change? Is it the margin or the padding?
Wait, let me see. The margin.
Okay, great. Like I said, the margin is for external this thing. And one of the reasons why it was so close was because this stuff that we copied the text from, it already had a margin of -46. So let's just change the margin to 0. Let's change it to 0. You see, it comes back to its right, place. Then style, typography, weight, change weight to 700. I think this should be okay. This should be okay. So the next thing I want to do, he put some pictures here, right? So let me show you how to take pictures from website, the exact pictures from website. I'm going to do it for just one so that I don't need to do everything because we are not really using this, this landing page. So just click on it, right click on save image as, download it into your laptop, then come to your Elementor, put an image here, right? Put an image here, select the image, go to upload, go to where you downloaded it in your PC, right? Yeah, click on it, and then you have this picture right away. Right, you have this picture right away. Okay, you can see that now. So those that didn't, although I'll be recording sure, but it's always best you attend things like this because there's just so much you can learn. One thing about the online space, and one thing about the online space is that when you see a topic that is being taught, the fact that maybe you have learned something like that before does not necessarily mean that everything that's going to be taught in that stuff, you will know everything. There's one thing, there could just be one new thing that you can learn, and that one new thing could be what will, help you make more money from your campaigns, right? So we have basically done a lot of things that we need to do. Then all I need to do, let me add this picture, let me do this thing again, save, right click on save image, put the image in your this thing, come to your Elementor. I can even duplicate this, just duplicate it, and then click on this, change the image, choose image, upload this new one, insert media. And this one is not in this call again. No. Hey, no problem. Oh.
I'm here.
Okay, you left before. You want to go and eat, Abby?
I'm with you.
Okay, so you put this picture, and then once you've done that, I don't see, guys, we don't have to really design everything in this website because you know how to do something like this, you know how to do something like this, all this stuff, you know how to do them. Now, let me show you one hack. Let me show you one hack that I do use. So the only thing that we just teach you how to do is these buttons, okay, buttons, and then video. That's all. This landing page is a very simple one. Next, this thing will design a more complex landing page, right? So next, this thing, hopefully we can even do another session tomorrow. I want you guys to learn fast, and I'm willing to, sacrifice my time to ensure that you guys are learning very, very, very fast, right? I'm coming. Okay, so like I said, I'm willing to sacrifice some of my time so that you guys can learn fast. One of the reasons why I'm not very active during the day is because from 4 a.m. as early as 4 a.m. in the morning to 10 or 11 or even 12 a.m. 12 p.m. in the afternoon, I'll just be running ads for clients. So most times I usually have time around 1, 2, to start doing any other thing, right? So we've done this already. Changes. Okay. So now the next thing I want to do, let's do this section. Here's what you will learn in this corrosive course, corrosive masterclass, right? So let's come here. Here's what you learn in this corrosive masterclass. What I can do, I can come here, copy, come here, paste, and type. Here's what you learn. Here's what you learn in this corrosive. And guys, I've registered for this. So I've registered for this stuff I'm designing. So in case you feel this is something you also want to be part of, you can also register. You can register through me, because it's also, so if you're interested in registering, you can message me and I'll put you through the process. I actually registered for content creation masterclass from Joseph Dunn. I do follow Joseph Dunn a lot. Okay, so the next thing you want to do is come to the website, copy this. Okay, copy this, copy this, cancel this, copy, just keep copying. Cancel, copy this, right? Then come to I think I will prefer Notepad. I think I'll prefer Notepad. Let me use Notepad because this stuff, it looks as if you still have to make some extra settings in your words to ensure that it does not carry any formatting with it. Okay, how to identify your contact pillars. Okay, just post everything here, right? Right. So we've done all this. Then what I can do is to copy them back again. Just copy them back again. Copy them back. Right, copy them back. Copy them back, right? So the next one I want to do, go back to our this thing. Go back here, right? So I think I would like to increase this font size. Let me increase the font size. Okay, let's 30 will be okay. Increase the margin, right? I want to make the margin, let's say 20. So 30. I'm just remembering that time I used to do programming. So now in programming, once you change the margin like this, let's say you increase the margin from 20 to 30, right? Let's say you wrote the code on there's a special place where you write the code, a text editor. You can even write code. Funny enough, you can write code on Notepad and you will load it in a website, it will work. So I used to use one this thing, Sublime Text. You write the code. The thing is that you write the code in one section, then you now go to the website and load it. So let's say you change the margin from 20 to 30. You now go back to the website and load it to see. If it's not correct, you go back to the code section, change it again, go by website. It's just something else. You understand? Compared to WordPress, where you just, as you are typing it, you are seeing it gone. You understand? So that's one of the differences, right? So once you've done this, then what I want to do now, use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I want to use something different. I call it an icon list. Icon list. Okay, so instead of just using numbers, I can use an icon instead. Cancel this. Let me leave only this first icon. So I want to paste this. This is the first thing. The first thing was I don't know, how to identify your contact pillars, right? So how to identify your contact pillars. Let's put this as so this is the text itself. Let's change the icon. Let me see if numbers are here. Okay, let's change it to a check icon. So let's say this is the first thing you learn, check icon, right? Change the icon, you can change this thing, the style of the icon, right? You can change the style of the icon to, let's say, green icon. I don't know why, I just like green icons. Yeah, I like icons being green. So you change it to green, right? Then you can also edit this your text. You can edit this your text, change the typography. Let's check what you use. You use Hind 300, right? So let's change the text to Hind. Wow, I've never used this Hind font before, and I'm really liking it. I'll start using it for my landing page. Right, change the font this thing to 200, increase the font size to 25 pixel, right? So you can see that the icon is very small compared to the text. So you can go back to your icon, increase the size here, right? Increase the size. The next thing you want to do is to create more space between the text and the icon, right? So you can go to list, space between, just increase it. Okay, no, not space between. How do we do this now again? Style, icon, okay. Text indent, yeah, text indent is what you use. So change the text indent now, or let's change the text color to black itself. So once you've done this first one, all you just want to do is to go back to your content and then duplicate, right? So you come back here, paste this. How to create relatable content. how to come up with unlimited, what did you say? Unlimited content ideas for your brand. Unlimited content ideas for your brand, right? Right? Then the next thing you want to do is come back here, how to repurpose your content, sell with content, ABC of creating video content, right? You can see that they are so close and it's kind of like very, very jam-packed. So you can go to this style here, then increase the space between, it will increase the space between each of them. Can't you see how nice it looks like this compared to just using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? So now I want to reduce the space between this text post and this element inside, which is here is what you will learn in this corrosive masterclass. What am I going to use? Am I going to use margin or padding? Adesiwa, which am I going to use? I want to reduce that space. Am I going to use margin or padding?
Padding.
Padding. Okay, nice. Means you guys are really following. This stuff, when I was learning it in HTML, I actually had a big problem with it. It took me like 2 days or so before I figured it out. That's HTML for you, right? It's not explained in such a simple term like this. In fact, when I was learning programming, I actually used the book rather than the video to start learning. And so some things were quite complicated for me. So let's click on this. Click on the padding, right? It's supposed to work, but I don't know why this thing is having issues here, right? It's supposed to reduce the padding, but if the padding does not work, it's supposed to work, you know, Elementor, WordPress, is it WordPress or Elementor now? Elementor do have glitches sometimes, it's not perfect, but what I can do instead is to just use margin. Margin can work, but the idea is that the right tool to use is the word padding. Padding is actually the right tool to kind of use. But since we are having issues with padding, let's just make use of margin to get the desired effect. Can't you see how nice it looks now? I use this kind of stuff a lot. So the other thing I want to do now in this landing page is to put the button. Once you put the button, we'll put video and we are done with this landing page. In the next session we'll have tomorrow, hopefully by the grace of God, is, you know, we'll design a more complex landing page. That one will make use of HTML tags a lot, right? So I'm happy I really covered that with you guys so that it will be like easy. You can see this landing page, you can see how nice it looks. So next thing I want to do is to put in, you know, buttons, right? Let's put in buttons here. So the first button is sign up with seller, right? Sign up with seller. Sign up with seller, right? So switch this stuff to the center. Then what you want to do now is to make this button bigger. And how can you make this button bigger? There are several ways to do this. The first way is to come to your content here, you know, change the size to large, right? Or extra large, whichever way you want to do. So let's leave it at large. Come to your style, increase the typography, like the size of the button. Increase the size of the text in the button, right? So I think this will work. This will work. Another way you can do this also, is to actually come to under this button, come to this bottom section here, click on it, right? Then do it individually. Let's say you want to make the top padding 20, bottom padding 20, right padding 50, left padding 50, right? Okay, let me change it. 50 is too big. 30, then 30, right? So you can also use this way to do it, right? So next thing we want to do, okay, so once we've done this, then let's change the color. Go to background color, change it to, what color did you use? Now, I told you guys about this thing. I don't know if I told you guys about it before, but here's what I used to take exact color code from maybe a website or a picture. I have an extension here called is this extension Colorzilla, right? just go here, click on it. It tells me the color, right? Let me click on it again. Colorzilla, click on it. Color has been copied to clipboard, right? So all I need to do is to come here and paste that color here, right? So update that. Wow. Okay, the color has shown. So it's looking blur right now. Sometimes Elementor do have this refresh stuff like that that makes some of your content look blur. So all you want to do is to just refresh it, and then it will oh, shit, what did I do? Make sure, wow, did I update? Shit. Wow. Wait, I'm coming. Let me check something. Wow. I did not click on updates. Wow. So this is a lesson you guys have to learn. Anytime you are designing a landing page, always be clicking on what? Updates. Once you click on update, it will save what you have done before. Thank God I'm not actually designing a landing page. I'm just showing you guys things. If not, I'll be in deep soup right now. Like all I've done, lost. Okay, it's just a this thing. We're just learning from it, right? So let me just wow, but it's painful, sha. But let me just continue with the button I was doing before. Let me just I did not update. Make sure you guys always update before, I think it's even nice I made that mistake here so that you can always avoid making it when you sign up, right? Sign up with seller, right? Sign up with seller, put it at the center, make it large, increase the typography, increase the font size. Then next thing you want to do is to, now there's another thing, this button, there's what we call border radius, right? Okay. Everything was linked together. Let's unlink it. Then we can, okay, let's link it together. Link the border radius together, right? You can increase the border radius to, let's leave it at 5. 5 is okay, right? Then the background color, let's put the background. There are so many effects that you can use on, why is this blur stuff now? This is stuff that made me reload that stuff before. Oh, I see what was happening. The exact color was not used before, right? This Colorzilla is tricking me out. Colorzilla, what are you doing now? Okay, that was not the exact color I used before. Yeah, here is the exact color, right? Paste. Okay, this is the exact color now. So what I want to do now is, since we have done this, you just duplicate, then duplicate, right? This one, the other one is sign up with Paystack. Then the last one is, bank transfer. Sign up with Paystack, right? Sign up with Paystack, and the last one is what? Bank transfer. So if you want to make sure that this sign up with Paystack, everything appears in one line, what you can do is basically come to style, go to typography, reduce it to okay, right? So everything is set up properly. Then the last one is what? Bank transfer, right? Bank transfer. Bank transfer. Now, if you notice, everything was the same length, right? If you want to make it the same length, what you can just do is go to this one, click on copy, paste style, right? Oh, sorry. Let's change that. Let's change that. It didn't work. Okay. Now, if you made a mistake and you want to go back, you want to go back, what you can do is to click on this history stuff, go back to it before you make that mistake, right? So the setting I want to make now, I want to use this padding settings. Okay. So let's make the top 20, bottom 20, left 30, right? 30, right? So we can just come here, do the same thing for this place, you know, unlink it or link it 20, unlink it, make this 30 and make this 30, right? Okay, I don't know why. Okay, they didn't stay in the same line. They didn't stay in the same line. They're not forming the same length. Okay, you can basically correct this by just reducing the font size so that it can stay the same length. But the next thing, let's just work with it. Let's just change the color. Go to my Colorzilla again, Colorzilla. Okay, and click on this. Change the background color, right? Do the same thing for this, right? Change the background color, right? So that's it, guys. The next thing the last thing I want to do is to put this video here. How do I get this exact video? How do I get this exact video? Click on watch on YouTube, right? Click on watch on YouTube. Copy the link to the video. Cancel this. Go to genyoutube.com. genyoutube.com. Paste that link here, right? Paste that link here, then come to generate download links. Cancel. Generate download links. Then your download it to whatever format you want to download. To save my data, because I'm doing this an illustration only, I will download it as 360p, right? I'll download as 360p, you know, change the folder. Okay, download. So download it as 360p, right? Then once we've downloaded it, we can just come here, click on this stuff, click on video. Okay, cancel. Click on video. Okay, it's already on YouTube, right? Or guys, no need to even stress yourself to download the video. One thing I do sometimes is I just use a video on YouTube, right? So we can basically just come here, watch on YouTube, right? Or watch on YouTube, copy the link, paste it here, and then the video will appear here. So the next thing you want to do is click on moderate banding, modest banding and privacy mode to just make sure that all those plenty extra YouTube stuff does not show here as if you're already in YouTube. This is a landing page, this is not YouTube itself, right? So increase the margin by, let's say, 30, right? Increase the margin. And then the last thing you want to do is, what else do you want to do again? I want to show you guys how to navigate to a particular section. Yeah, right? I want to show you guys. So let me paste some plenty nonsense here. I want to show you guys how to navigate to a particular section. Let me just place duplicate. Okay, so I don't want everything to show in one page. So let me say you want to create a button that once people click on it, it will take them to, let's say, this video. Let's say that's what you want, because there are some landing pages where we create and we don't just want them to click away from the landing page to buy immediately. Okay, we want them to read the particular information before they actually go and buy, right? So once you create a button, we don't just link that button to the payment page. We link that button to, you know, maybe a video or a text that they should read first before they go and pay, right? So let me do that right now. So click on this button, the link here, go to content, the link here, instead of put as let's call this, you can call it any name, let's call it order, right? Let's call it order. Then what you want to do, go to this video here, go to advanced, go to CSS ID, call it order, right? then save your changes, right? Then anytime somebody clicks on it, will take them to the video. Can you see that? I don't know if you guys can see that. Can you see that? Can you see that? Can you see that? Can you see that? I want to know if you guys can follow me, right? I don't know if you guys are learning. Yeah, I don't know if you guys are learning something new. So once you click on it, it will take you to this thing. I learned this stuff in HTML2, and I was so surprised when I saw a YouTube video where somebody did it in WordPress, and I was like, wow, I can really replicate this thing in WordPress too. It's nice. There are several ways you can also do this too. You can use a navigator, but this is the way I basically use it. Just the link here, give it a name, hash. You can call it hash Michael, right? They come to the video here, click on it, go to advanced, go to CSS ID, put that name that you use for that link there, and it will take it. So anytime somebody clicks on this thing, it will take them, it will scroll to that place. And is there any other thing I want to talk about? Is there any other thing I want to talk about? I think this is basically it for this video. Yes, the last thing I want to talk about is adding a footer, right? If you're running ads, this is Joseph Don's footer. If you're running ads on Facebook, it's good you have a footer where you say the page is not affiliated with Facebook. The way I normally create my footer, I just click on this, right? Make the background color. If my landing page is white, I make the background color, I make the background color black, right? Make the background color black. Then what I want to do is to add text into this. So you can just name your text, this page is in no way affiliated with, it's just a privacy policy stuff that Facebook likes business, is in no way affiliated with facebook.com, right? So change the text. Let's just edit the text. Okay, you see, okay. Let's edit the text, make the text color white. You see, center the text, right? Then this is it. Some people also do something like they add a privacy policy and terms and conditions. So you can do that too. You can just do something like this: privacy policy. This is just formalities that we do in landing pages, privacy policies / terms and conditions, right? So once you do that, I normally like doing this too, right? Now, the next thing I want to do is the next thing I want to do is I want to reduce the distance between this top section, this top text box, and this element inside, right? So this section, this is called a section, right? This section is a text box itself. There's another text box inside the bigger text box, right? So there are two ways you can reduce the distance between this text and the text box itself, the larger text box. If you want to reduce the distance between this text inside and the larger text box, you can use padding, okay, right? Or no, sorry, you can use margin. But if you want to use the larger text box to do the editing, you use padding, right? So let's say I want to reduce this. You can just increase the padding, increase the padding. So this is how you work on it, right? But then if you want to use this text box, this internal text box, to do the increase and this thing, you use margin, increase the margin, increase the margin, right? So this is basically just it. I hope you guys learned something, useful from this video. Hopefully we can have another session tomorrow and design a more complex landing page, right? I hope you guys got something. Any questions before I, end this meeting? Any session, any question before I end this meeting? For uno day here. Although I'll send the recording to them, but it will take some time. right? So any question? Speak now or forever be silent. Any question?
No question from me.
No question, no questions. Okay, no problem, no problem. So it's nice having you guys. We meet again tomorrow by the grace of God. I'll let you know if it's possible or not by tomorrow. So that's it, guys. You can leave the meeting.